amount of control that you can think of when controlling your DAW, or in my case, what I use a lot of these for is controlling my software instruments in a live situation. So I'm going to plug it up and we're going to look at how it can work in a few DAWs. Okay, from opening up the manual, you get this little download code and stuff like that to be able to download your software and everything to use it. It comes with a suite of software. There's also a section in the manual that tells you how to use this with all of the different DAWs. In order to use it with Logic, which I'm going to be doing, I have to go here and download the Surface plugin on, to my computer. But the software bundle that you get with it is absolutely amazing because you get Chord Gadget, which is kind of like their own little, software that they use to do it. The Chordgets came up with Chord module for iOS. A software called Scoov, pretty cool. Melodix, the M1 LE. I remember that keyboard back in the day. Then you get all this these plugins: Lounge Lizard, Ultra Analog Session, Strum Session, and you also get like Digital Sensations by UVI. You get Reason Light, and you get an Ableton Live discount coupon that you can use to save $50. So like if you wanted to get like Ableton Intro is like $100. You can get it for $50. So I think that's pretty cool to be able to have all of that software that you get just from getting the Nano Control 2. That's pretty dope. So we're gonna jump into Logic here once I get this plugin downloaded and installed on my computer. All right, now that I've installed the Logic plugin on my system or whatever, I instantly, all I had to do was plug up the Nano Control, open up Logic, and I got instant control over faders, all of that stuff like that. It just pops in, automatically controls and does what I need for it to do, control the pan, all of that stuff like that. I can use the transport controls, rewind, fast forward, record, if I had my inputs. Can record and do all of that as I have that set up. So it's pretty cool. Solo, mute, even record arm. I have complete control all from here, and I think that's really, really cool, all from this one unit. So it's really, really cool. Now, I'm going to get into what I would use it for, which is using it to control software instruments in a gig, which is a lot of people use it for. So let's kind of jump over to main stage and see how that situation works.
No, thought I had, but it's not giving a go live on.
Welcome to another exciting tutorial. My name is Dave Bodie, bringing you this tutorial exclusively for AudioTutsPlus.com. And today we're going to be taking a look at this device right here. This is the Korg Nano Control 2. I believe it's been out for a couple of years. It's just got a little bit of dust on it here. I hope that you can see what's going on here. Normally, shooting something that's black and plastic and prone to sucking up dust particles is a little bit annoying, and I had to use some extra lights here because shooting video of a black piece of plastic is a little bit tricky, but there it is. So this is a little USB powered MIDI control device, and you see it's got 8 faders here. Each fader kind of has a channel strip where we have the volume fader, then we have 3 buttons, and those can be on prime. And for strings, soloing, transporting, those kind of things. Then we're going to check out ways to control some different sounds with some different patches. And then finally, I'm going to set this up to be used as a controller for mixing some different sounds for a live performance type scenario. So let's jump on in and talk about how to set this up with a DAW and make it work. Now, out of the box, this comes with some drivers, which you download. And I downloaded the drivers and got that set up. Now, this was a little bit of a trick getting it set up in Windows 7, and I believe various versions of Windows also may have this problem where if you've installed MIDI devices before, there's something like a 10 MIDI device limit. It doesn't mean you can have only 10 MIDI devices installed on your system, but there's something in the registry where once it registers so many MIDI devices, it won't register anymore. I called Korg. They were super helpful. Took less than 5 minutes and sorted that out. And, you know, I'm a pretty tech savvy person. I've built all my own computers. You know, getting in there in the registry does not scare me at all. But Korg was really helpful, and, you know, good on them, because it's not always when you call tech support and they have actual answers for you. Usually it's, you know, the standard unplug it, plug it back in. But they were really helpful. And because I knew what I was doing, it took no time whatsoever to get it up and running, and now it is working just fine. Like I said, when this thing comes from the factory, it comes set up for MIDI CC, so it's not set up to control a DAW right out of the bat. And this particular unit is capable of some somewhat custom setups for some different DAWs: Pro Tools, Cubase, Logic, and GarageBand. Actually, Logic and GarageBand you need a special plugin to make work, but it also has one for Sonar, Digital Performer, and Ableton Live. And I use Reaper, which is none of those ones mentioned. Now, they do have one that they say is for other DAWs, but what I found
Okay, I
doing
got
some
it.
tinkering is that the one for
Took a while to find it on YouTube because I was on your other YouTube account. That is streaming live.
Now?
Yeah.
Have you got, is this it right here?
There's quite a latency there.
Yeah, I bet it is. But it don't matter, you're not monitoring that. You're doing stuff
Well, we got one viewer.
already?
Yeah.
Who, you?
Yeah.